Aries, the card that steps forward to guide you, is one of the most misunderstood and potent in the entire deck, Death. Before you recoil, take a deep, cleansing breath of your native fire. This card is not about a literal ending, but a profound and necessary transformation. It is the cosmic reset button, the shedding of an old skin, the controlled burn that clears away the underbrush so new, vibrant life can emerge. For a sign like you, the pioneer and initiator of the Zodiac, this energy is not an enemy, but a powerful ally. You are a master of beginnings, but true mastery requires an equal understanding of endings. The Death card arrives when a cycle has reached its natural conclusion, when a particular identity, job, relationship, or belief system has served its purpose and is now holding you back. It calls for the courage to let go, to release your grip on what is familiar but stagnant, and to step willingly into the unknown. This is the energy of the phoenix, your spiritual counterpart, surrendering to the flames with the absolute faith that it will be reborn from the ashes, stronger, wiser, and more authentically itself. This is your day to become the alchemist of your own life, turning the lead of what's over into the gold of what's next. The cosmic architecture of the sky powerfully echoes this theme of profound metamorphosis. Your ruling planet, the warrior Mars, is currently navigating the deep, psychologically intense waters of Scorpio. Here, Mars is not just about action, it is about strategic, soul-level excavation. It wants to get to the root of the matter, to uncover hidden truths, and excise anything that feels inauthentic or weak. This potent Mars is forming a challenging square to the great teacher, Saturn, who is drifting through the boundless spiritual realm of Pisces. This specific alignment creates a significant tension between your intense desire to cut ties and move on, Mars in Scorpio, and a lingering sense of karmic responsibility or emotional fog, Saturn in Pisces. You may feel an almost painful push and pull between the need for a clean break and the messy, unresolved feelings that keep you tethered to the past. It's a call to perform a kind of spiritual surgery on yourself, one that requires both precision and compassion. Meanwhile, the Sun, Mercury, and Venus are gathered in the optimistic, truth-seeking sign of Sagittarius, a fellow fire sign. This stellium illuminates your path forward, urging you to see the bigger picture and to find the philosophical lesson within this ending. Pluto, the modern ruler of Scorpio and the planetary embodiment of the Death card, is in Aquarius, sending a supportive trine to this Sagittarian cluster. This means the deep, systemic changes you are undergoing are not random. They are aligning you with a more authentic and revolutionary future. The Moon, your emotional compass, resides in nurturing Cancer, reminding you that even the strongest warriors need a safe harbor to process such profound shifts. This is not a day for stoicism. It is a day for feeling everything, honoring the grief of letting go, and tending to your own vulnerability as the foundation for your rebirth. In your professional and financial life, this energy demands a fearless audit of what is no longer viable. This isn't about quitting your job on a whim, but about identifying the zombie projects, the tasks, roles, or career aspirations you keep feeding energy into long after their pulse has faded. Are you clinging to a certain professional identity because it's what you've always done, even if it no longer lights your fire? The Mars-Saturn square may manifest as a conflict with an authority figure or a frustrating sense of being blocked by old systems and regulations. Instead of ramming your head against the wall, see this as the universe forcing you to find a new door. The Death card asks you to prune the dead branches of your career so the healthy ones can flourish. This could mean finally deleting that outdated business plan, ending a partnership that has become more draining than beneficial, or ruthlessly cutting a recurring expense that represents an old version of yourself. This is a powerful time to close a chapter so you can begin writing a much more exciting one. The clarity you gain from this ending will become the blueprint for your next great venture. When it comes to love and relationships, the theme of transformation is incredibly intimate. For those of you in a partnership, this energy is not about ending the relationship itself, but about ending the outdated dynamics within it. It's time for the old patterns, the recurring arguments, the unspoken resentments to be laid to rest. This requires a level of honesty that might feel uncomfortable, fueled by the Sagittarius stellium's demand for truth. You and your partner are being invited to let a version of your relationship die so a more evolved, authentic, and resilient one can be born. It's the death of codependency and the birth of interdependence. For single Aries, the call is just as profound. The Death card asks you to finally and completely release the ghost of a past love or the idealized fantasy of a future partner that is preventing you from seeing the real, wonderful possibilities in front of you. This is the day to perform a ritual of release. Delete the old photos, put away the mementos, and consciously sever the energetic cord. By creating a true void, you make space for a connection that matches the person you are becoming, not the person you were. The Cancer moon softens this process, urging you to be gentle with your heart as you clear out its sacred space. Your health and well-being are a direct reflection of this internal clearing process. The Death card is the ultimate detox. This is a day to focus on elimination in every sense of the word. Physically, this could mean engaging in a workout that makes you sweat profusely, like a high-intensity interval session or a hot yoga class, literally purging toxins from your system. It's also an excellent time to clean up your diet, eliminating processed foods or substances that you know are holding your vitality hostage. But the purge is primarily emotional and psychological. What limiting belief about your body or your health are you ready to let die? Is it the story that you're not an athletic person or that you're destined to be tired? Use the focused power of Mars in Scorpio to identify these deep-seated narratives and the gentle dissolving energy of Saturn in Pisces to let them go. Practices like journaling, breathwork, or even a long, quiet walk in nature can help you consciously release the emotional weight you've been carrying, leaving you feeling lighter, clearer, and more alive. Ultimately, Aries, this is a day of profound liberation masquerading as loss. Every ending is a graduation. You are being celebrated for completing a significant chapter of your soul's curriculum. The universe is not taking something from you. It is clearing space for the blessings that are aligned with your highest evolution. Trust in your innate resilience. You were born from fire, and you understand the power of regeneration better than any other sign. Embrace the beautiful, sacred emptiness that follows a necessary ending, for it is in that space that your next, most brilliant beginning will take root. You are not losing a part of yourself. You are simply shedding a skin you have outgrown to reveal the more powerful, authentic you that was waiting underneath. What is one single leaf from your past? A habit, a memory, or an expectation that you are consciously allowing to fall away today, trusting it will nourish the soil for your future. Let your answer be a quiet promise to yourself, and perhaps share the general theme of your release in the comments to inspire others on their own path of transformation. Your journey is blessed with the guiding energies of your lucky numbers 4, 13, 22, 31, 40, 58. The color of the day is burgundy. This deep, rich red-purple hue symbolizes the potent transition between a vibrant life and the fertile darkness that precedes rebirth. It is the color of a phoenix's heartwood just before it ignites, representing the profound strength and vitality found not in holding on, but in the courageous act of letting go to be renewed. Taurus, the universe presents you today with a profound mirror in the form of the Strength card. This isn't about brute force or the stubborn will you are sometimes known for. Rather, it is a testament to a quieter, more potent form of power. Imagine the classic depiction, a serene figure gently closing the mouth of a lion, not through coercion, but through compassion, understanding, and a deep, unshakable inner calm. The infinity symbol floating above her head signifies her access to endless spiritual wisdom and fortitude. This is your energy for the day, the power that comes from mastering your own primal instincts, your passions, and your fears with a gentle hand and a courageous heart. It's the subtle strength that bends without breaking, the quiet confidence that needs no external validation. For you, a sign rooted in the tangible and the steadfast, this card asks you to find power not in resistance, but in resilience, not in demanding, but in influencing. It is a day to befriend your inner lion, to understand its hunger and its roars, and to guide it with love rather than trying to cage it. This potent energy of inner mastery is the lens through which you are invited to view every cosmic interaction today. The astrological weather is complex and serves to amplify this very theme. Your ruling planet, the lovely Venus, is currently moving through the deep and intense waters of Scorpio. This placement can feel like a contradiction for your comfort-seeking soul, pulling you into emotional depths where passions, secrets, and a desire for soul-crushing intimacy reside. It can stir feelings of jealousy or possessiveness, which are raw expressions of your inner lion. The Strength card is your direct antidote, teaching you to handle this intensity not with suspicion, but with the quiet courage of vulnerability and trust. Simultaneously, the Sun and Mercury are blazing through optimistic and expansive Sagittarius, urging you to see a bigger picture, to seek truth, and to broaden your horizons. This can create a tension between the Scorpio desire to go deep and the Sagittarius impulse to go wide. Your challenge is to integrate them, to use your inner strength to explore profound emotional truths without getting lost in them, and to then use that wisdom to inform your larger life philosophy. The moon in diplomatic Libra adds another layer, highlighting your relationships and a deep need for balance and harmony. This celestial alignment asks you to apply the Strength card's principle directly to your partnerships. True harmony isn't about avoiding difficult conversations. It's about having the fortitude to engage in them with grace and mutual respect. Adding to this emotional landscape, Mars and Jupiter are both in the nurturing sign of Cancer, amplifying your protective instincts toward your home, family, and sense of security. This powerful duo can make you a fierce defender of your loved ones, but Strength reminds you to channel this energy into compassionate protection rather than controlling behavior. In your professional and financial life, this is a day for quiet power plays, not aggressive maneuvers. The combination of Venus in Scorpio and the Strength card suggests a powerful moment for deep financial analysis. Instead of just looking at the surface numbers, you are encouraged to understand the underlying value and long-term potential of your investments, your career path, and your resources. It's a time for strategic patience. If you've been working diligently on a project, your consistent effort is your greatest asset. Your power lies not in being the loudest voice in the room, but in being the most reliable and steadfast. Like the figure in the card, you can tame chaotic projects or difficult colleagues through calm persistence and genuine competence. Avoid power struggles, as the Scorpio energy can tempt you into them. Instead, lead by example. Financially, this is about mastering your impulses. Venus in Scorpio can trigger intense desires for luxury or transformative purchases. Use the wisdom of Strength to discern between a true value-based need and a fleeting, emotionally driven want. Your power today comes from your self-control and your ability to align your spending with your deepest, most authentic goals. This is the financial equivalent of taming the lion, mastering the beast of consumerism with conscious choice. When it comes to love and relationships, the energies are particularly potent. For those in a partnership, the Libra moon calls for equilibrium, while Venus in Scorpio demands depth and unfiltered honesty. This is where your inner strength will be tested and proven. You may find that deep-seated emotions or vulnerabilities, yours or your partner's, come to the surface. Your task is not to fix or fight them, but to hold space for them with compassion and unwavering presence. This is the ultimate act of love and courage. It's about being strong enough to be soft, to listen without judgment, and to transform a moment of potential conflict into an opportunity for profound intimacy. Remember the gentle hand on the lion. Approach delicate topics with that same tenderness. If you are single, the Strength card is a powerful call to cultivate a deep and loving relationship with yourself first. The magnetic pull of Venus in Scorpio might bring intense and charismatic people into your orbit, but your true power lies in your wholeness. You are not seeking someone to complete you, but someone who can meet you in your own fully realized strength. Have the courage to be authentic on dates, to express your true values, and to walk away from connections that feel more like a power struggle than a partnership. Your inner peace is your most attractive quality right now. Protect it fiercely but gently. Your health and well-being today are intrinsically linked to this theme of inner balance and mastery. Taurus governs the neck and throat, areas that often hold tension when we are resisting life or swallowing our feelings. The Strength card encourages you to release this tension through gentle but powerful practices. Consider activities that build core physical strength, as a strong core supports your entire body and serves as a physical metaphor for the emotional core you are cultivating. Practices like Pilates or a slow, powerful yoga flow can be incredibly grounding. Also, pay attention to your throat chakra. Are you speaking your truth with compassion? Singing, humming, or even just deep, conscious breathing can help release stored tension in this area. The nurturing influence of Mars and Jupiter in Cancer also highlights the importance of nourishing your body. This isn't about restrictive dieting, but about the profound self-care of preparing and enjoying a wholesome, comforting meal. See food as the fuel for your inner strength and choose it with love and intention. True well-being today comes from a compassionate dialogue between your body's needs and your mind's desires. Ultimately, the message woven through the stars and the cards for you today is one of profound self-realization. True, lasting power is not an external force you wield over others, but an internal state of being you cultivate within yourself. It is the quiet courage to face your own shadows, the compassion to forgive your own perceived weaknesses, and the unwavering patience to integrate all parts of yourself into a harmonious whole. The universe is not asking you to be fearless, but to act with grace in the face of fear. It is in this gentle, persistent, and loving mastery of your own inner world that you will find the strength to navigate any external challenge with an unshakable sense of peace and purpose. This is your superpower. What is one lion in your life? A persistent fear, a challenging habit, an old insecurity that you can begin to befriend with compassion today, instead of continuing to fight it? Let us know in the comments how you plan to offer it a gentle hand. As you move through the day, let your spirit be guided by a quiet confidence, and may you find fortune in the numbers 8, 14, 22, 31, 47, and 58. The color to envelop yourself in is marigold, a vibrant hue that represents the courage of the sun and the warmth of a compassionate heart, reminding you that your greatest strength shines from within. Gemini, today the universe hands you its master key, its cosmic compass, and its most unpredictable plot device, the Wheel of Fortune. This card is not merely about luck, but about the profound, cyclical nature of existence itself. As an air sign ruled by the swift messenger Mercury, you are no stranger to change. In fact, you are one of the few signs that dances with it, treating life's fluctuations as a source of endless curiosity and new information. The Wheel of Fortune validates this core aspect of your being, affirming that life is not a linear progression, but a dynamic, spinning mandala of ups and downs, endings and beginnings. It represents the grand, impartial mechanism of fate, where what goes up must eventually come down, and what is at the bottom will inevitably rise. Today, you are being asked to find your center in the midst of this beautiful, dizzying spin, to understand that you are not a passive victim of its turning, but an active participant who learns and adapts with every rotation. The energy is one of breakthrough, of sudden shifts in perspective and circumstance, urging you to release your grip on predictable outcomes and embrace the elegant chaos of becoming. The astrological weather today amplifies this theme of dynamic change with exhilarating precision. Uranus, the great awakener and planet of sudden revolution, is currently transiting your very own sign, making your personal world a laboratory for innovation and unexpected pivots. This long-term influence supercharges the Wheel of Fortune's message, suggesting that the turns of fate you experience are not just random, but are actively designed to liberate you from outdated versions of yourself. This is the energy of a viral meme, a sudden insight in the shower, or the plot twist in a movie that reframes everything you thought you knew. Meanwhile, the Sun in philosophical Sagittarius forms a challenging yet stimulating angle to your sign, pushing you to find a grander meaning, a unifying truth within the myriad of data points your mind is constantly processing. It's a cosmic debate between the details and the big picture. Your ruling planet, Mercury, also in Sagittarius, might make your communication style more blunt and visionary than usual, so be mindful that your brilliant ideas are delivered with a touch of grace. Adding a layer of emotional warmth, the Moon and expansive Jupiter are holding a vibrant festival in expressive Leo, encouraging you to share your story, to perform your truth with confidence and joy. This alignment gives you the courage to be seen, even when you're in the midst of a personal transformation. Finally, the deep foundational current of Saturn and Pisces asks for a profound surrender. It whispers that true strength doesn't come from controlling every variable, but from developing an unshakable faith in the flow, trusting that even when the wheel carries you into unknown territory, you are held by a benevolent universal intelligence. In your professional life, this cosmic alignment spells opportunity, but it will likely arrive in a disguise. The Wheel of Fortune's energy, combined with Uranus in your sign, could manifest as a sudden project cancellation that frees you up for a much better one, a corporate restructuring that lands you in an unexpected but ideal role, or a technological breakthrough that changes your entire industry. Your task is not to resist these shifts, but to leverage your innate adaptability. Be the first to learn the new software, to volunteer for the experimental team, to network with people outside your usual department. Financially, this is a day to respect the cycles of abundance. It's not about taking wild risks, but about understanding that fortunes change. If you are on an upswing, be wise and save for the future. If you are in a down cycle, have faith that the wheel will turn again. The key is flexibility and a willingness to pivot your strategy as new information, a Gemini specialty, becomes available. Think of yourself as a savvy day trader of opportunity, responding to the market of life with intelligence and speed. When it comes to matters of the heart, the Wheel of Fortune promises to shake things up in the most delightful or illuminating of ways. For single Geminis, this is prime energy for a fateful encounter. You could meet someone in the most random of circumstances: the coffee shop you never go to, a flight delay, a friend's party you almost skipped. Release your type and open your mind to a connection that defies your logic but speaks to your soul. The Leo Moon and Jupiter conjunction makes you magnetic, so don't hide away. Your charismatic and witty nature is your greatest asset right now. For those in a partnership, the turning wheel can test your foundation. External changes, a career shift, a move, family news may put pressure on the relationship. However, Venus in grounded Capricorn offers a solution. Make your partnership the calm, stable hub at the center of the spinning wheel. This is a day to communicate openly about anxieties and dreams, to be each other's anchor in a sea of change, and to remember that navigating life's plot twists together is what forges the most resilient and profound bonds. Your health and well-being today are intrinsically linked to your ability to manage your nervous system amidst the influx of stimulating energy. Your mind, already a high-speed processor, is being supercharged by Uranus and the wheel's constant motion. This can lead to mental fatigue or anxiety if not properly grounded. The most potent medicine for you now is any practice that connects you to your body and the present moment. This isn't about silencing your thoughts, but about giving them a calmer place to land. Consider practices that involve rhythm and cycles, mirroring the day's theme. A long walk focusing on the cadence of your breath, a dance class, or even listening to binaural beats designed for focus and calm. Saturn in Pisces also encourages spiritual wellness. Meditation, spending time near water, or simply allowing yourself moments of quiet daydreaming can help you dissolve stress and connect to your intuition, your internal guidance system for navigating the wheel's turns. Ultimately, the message woven through the tarot and the stars today is one of liberation through acceptance. You are being reminded that you cannot control the direction of the wind, but you, clever Gemini, can always adjust your sails. The spin of the Wheel of Fortune is not a threat, but an invitation to dance with destiny, to trust in the rhythm of gain and loss, of clarity and confusion. Each turn offers a new view, a new lesson, a new opportunity to reinvent yourself. Your power lies in your perspective. You can choose to be terrified by the uncertainty, or you can be thrilled by the possibility. By embracing the cosmic truth that change is the only constant, you align yourself with the powerful, creative force of the universe itself, becoming a co-author of your own magnificent, unfolding story. Think back to a time when what felt like a devastating ending was actually the hidden doorway to a powerful new beginning. What core lesson about resilience and trust did you learn from that specific spin of the wheel? And how can you apply that wisdom to the turn you're facing right now? Share your story of a plot twist that changed everything for the better in the comments below. Your experience could be the spark of hope someone else needs to see today. Your journey through this cycle is supported by the energies of your lucky numbers, which are 7, 15, 22, 31, 48, and 56. The color of the day is cobalt blue, the shade of a clear midnight sky just before the dawn. This color represents the clarity and insight that can be found even in the darkest moments of transition, reminding you that every turn of the wheel, no matter how disorienting, is ultimately moving you toward a new and brilliant light. Cancer. Today, the universe deals you one of the most profound and misunderstood cards in the entire tarot deck, the Tower. Do not flinch. For a soul like yours, built around the sacred architecture of home, security, and emotional stability, the image of a lightning-struck tower can feel like a direct threat to your very core. But this card isn't about random destruction. It's about divine intervention. It represents a necessary, albeit sudden, liberation from a structure in your life that you have outgrown. Think of it as a cosmic course correction. Your beautiful, protective shell is designed to keep you safe, but sometimes it can become a self-imposed prison, limiting your growth. The Tower is the force that cracks that confinement, not to harm you, but to remind you of the vast, open sky you were meant to experience. Its energy is a catalyst for truth, clearing away any illusions you've mistaken for foundations and creating a blank slate upon which something far more authentic and resilient can be built. This is not an ending, but a dramatic and necessary clearing of the path. The astrological weather today provides a complex and ultimately supportive landscape for this profound shift. The sun, blazing through the truth-seeking sign of Sagittarius, illuminates the cracks in your personal tower, compelling you to seek a higher meaning behind the disruption. This isn't just chaos, it's a lesson in disguise. This energy is amplified by Uranus, the planet of sudden change, and the tower's celestial counterpart, moving through Gemini. This suggests the lightning strike may arrive in the form of information, a startling conversation, an unexpected email, or a piece of news that fundamentally alters your perspective. Simultaneously, your ruler, the moon, is holding court in dramatic and heart-centered Leo, joined by Mars, the planet of action. This potent combination ensures your response to this change will not be one of quiet retreat. Instead, you are being called to rise from the rubble with courage and creative dignity, to reclaim your sovereignty and express your truth with the full force of your heart. It's the energy of turning a personal crisis into a powerful public testimony. The most crucial piece of this cosmic puzzle, however, is the benevolent presence of Jupiter, the planet of luck and expansion, currently transiting through your very own sign of Cancer. This is your universal safety net. It is an undeniable promise from the cosmos that whatever is dismantled today is making way for something bigger, better, and more emotionally fulfilling. Jupiter in Cancer cushions the fall, ensuring that the ground you land on is fertile and ready for you to plant the seeds of a new, more authentic home. In your professional life, this energy could manifest as a sudden project collapse, a corporate restructuring that feels destabilizing, or a revelation that your current career path is built on a faulty premise. The instinct will be to cling to the familiar, to try and piece together the falling bricks. The stars, however, urge a different approach. Let it fall. With Venus in pragmatic Capricorn, you are being asked to reevaluate what true long-term security means. Is it a steady paycheck from a job that drains your spirit? Or is it the resilience that comes from building a career aligned with your soul's purpose? This is the moment to pivot. The rubble of an old career can become the foundation for a venture that truly nurtures you, a path where your innate empathy and creativity are your greatest assets. Financially, an unexpected expense may force you to rethink your budget, but in doing so, it will reveal where your resources were being misallocated, liberating you from a financial illusion. When it comes to love and relationships, the Tower's energy demands radical honesty. For those in a partnership, a sudden truth may come to light that shakes the very foundation of your connection. This is not necessarily a sign of an ending, but it is a non-negotiable call to address the unspoken issues and fragile compromises that have been papered over. The relationship can be rebuilt, but it must be on a foundation of absolute authenticity. Weak structures cannot survive this transit, but strong ones will emerge more resilient than ever. For single Cancers, the Tower may shatter a long-held belief about love or the type of partner you thought you needed. It's the breakdown of a defensive pattern that has kept you from true intimacy. It is a powerful opportunity to release old heartbreaks and build a new understanding of what it means to be both vulnerable and whole, preparing the ground for a connection that honors all of who you are, not just the parts you believe are acceptable. To navigate this intense energy, your well-being practices must be deeply grounding. The shockwaves of the Tower can live in the body, and for you, Cancer, that often means your stomach. Counteract this with intentional acts of self-soothing. This is not a day for a punishing workout, but for a long walk in nature, feeling the solid earth beneath your feet. It is a day to cook a nourishing, comforting meal, connecting with the elemental magic of turning raw ingredients into sustenance. From a psychological perspective, this is a liberation from cognitive dissonance. The stress of upholding a reality that no longer feels true is immense. The Tower's release, while jarring, ultimately alleviates that pressure. Consider practices like journaling or even just allowing yourself to shake or cry, letting the emotional energy move through you rather than becoming trapped within your sensitive system. This is an energetic exorcism of all that is false, and your body needs to participate in the release. Ultimately, remember this: the lightning that strikes the Tower is not a malicious force. It is pure, undiluted truth. It is the universe loving you enough to not let you live a lie. What feels like a loss today is, in fact, a profound gift of clarity. Jupiter's presence in your sign is the cosmic reassurance that you are not being abandoned, but rather cleared for a blessing. You are being given an empty field, free of the shadows of a structure that was blocking your light. Now you get to be the architect of your own life, using stronger materials and a truer blueprint. This is your moment of breakthrough. So, what is the very first truth you will honor as you begin to lay the first stone of your new foundation? The journey of rebuilding is guided not by grand plans, but by the quiet wisdom you find in the stillness after the storm. As you sift through what remains, know that your resilience is a force of nature, and the numbers 4, 11, 16, 27, 38, and 51 may appear as signs of this new, stronger order taking shape. Your color for today is slate gray. It is not the color of ash and despair, but the color of a storm cloud that has passed, revealing the wet, fertile earth below. It represents the solid, unshakable bedrock that is exposed only after the superficial structures have been washed away, a symbol of your enduring strength and the solid new ground upon which you now stand.